All right, Shalom Akim and Akwafim that's out there. All right, this is your brother Samat with another lesson. Give my all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, through the Holy Spirit, the Rakak Dash, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit, Lord willing, you be edified. All right, so anything can happen at this point, and what's going to happen next, right? So the point is lessons. I'm gonna make this really quick, short exhortation. It's kind of late right now. It's almost 1 a.m. But Spirit hopped on me to put up a lesson. Just going into the impending dangers and judgments that may come in the very near future. All right. So as you know, as of today, I believe President Biden, Joe Biden, has backed out of the presidential race, all right, for the election of the next president. All right, so with Biden backing out right now, Trump is the only logical option. But there is talks of Biden nominating Kamala Harris, who is his vice president, to be the president-elect nominee, right, to be in the running for the next presidential spot. I don't know if it's official yet, but I know there were talks about it. Now, two things can happen, right? One, if Kamala Harris gets nominated and she runs and she has a successful campaign and she gets elected, all hell can break loose with that, right? Because this country has never seen a female president, let alone a so-called black woman as president. And Kamala Harris herself, although her mom may be Indian, her father is a Jamaican, right? So-called Jamaican, who would be of the tribe of Benjamin. All right. So, she indeed, just based on her father, would be Israelite. All right. So, so-called black woman, right, from the tribe of Benjamin. And so, again, this country has never seen a so-called black woman, a woman in the presidential seat, let alone a black woman at that. Even though she's so-called mixed or whatever, she has her mother is like East Indian from India or whatever. So her countenance isn't really that of a so-called Jamaican or even that of a so-called black woman. She has a certain perception to her, but you can definitely tell that she comes from two different nations of parents. But again, this country has never seen that. So not only is there going to be an uprising in the American people, because you have a lot of American people who are pro men in office, who are pro, white America. So, you got a lot of these Proud Boys and these hillbilly redneck Edomites that, down south, upstate Pennsylvania and upstate United States, the Midwest and central, all over the United States, man. You got these hillbilly redneck Edomites, bro. Pickup driving, American flag repping, camo wearing, sunglass wearing, gun toting Edomites, bro. 6-pack drinking Edomites. As the brother Ariel like to say, Joe 6-pack. Yeah, everyday Joe 6-pack Edomites, bro. These guys are not going for that, man. As the scriptures say, the love of many shall wax cold, in those days, right? And going into the prophecies of 2nd Ezra 16 in the 15th chapter, which Yahweh Shai himself was quoting from in Matthew 24th chapter, going into the time of evil and the beginning of sorrows, sedition among men, wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, judgments, famines, all those things are coming to America in the very near future, in our lifetime, in our time, and within a few years, if not less, if not months. It's at the point where you can it's likely that you can say within months, even if it's like 18 months, 26 months, which is like 2 years and 2 months, but it's months, countable months. All right, if you talking 10, 15 years, you can't really count those months. But 2 years, 1 year and some change, 3 years, you can count the months on that. Just like you got a lease or a car loan, right? They say what? Oh, it's a 36-month term, a 60-month term, 72-month term. That's that's a very close time frame, man. And that's the time that we're in, right? The scriptures say that in Second Esdras. I believe it's the 9th chapter, man. I have to go, or the 7th chapter, where it says, measuring the time diligently, for the kingdom is already prepared, right? And what must take place before the kingdom be instituted in the earth? Right? All out chaos, war, judgment, right? Jacob's trouble, pursuing the Daniel the 12th chapter, and Jeremiah the 30th chapter. All right. So, what's going to happen next, man? Anything can happen from at this point. And, America is taking a turn. These little things that happen in America lead to big outcomes and big results. All right, with Biden backing out, again, if he nominates Kamala Harris as the presidential candidate, and she actually takes it and runs with it and puts all her effort and energy into it, you're going to have a good portion of Americans that are going to vote for her. It's a lot of black Americans, a lot of women themselves. Like, women at this point will probably all stand up to vote for her. So now, if that even makes a difference, because we all know that in America, presidents are selected, not elected, right? The Electoral College are really responsible for a president winning the state. But hey, who knows, man? The Most High stir the hearts of the kings, man. He's the Most High is the ultimate chess player. He moves the pieces on the board. And if the Most High says that, okay, it's time for this woman to be in the presidential seat, then what's going to happen from there? Ultimately, I believe Trump will be elected again. Through the Spirit, I believe that he will be the one to be elected again, and that's also going to bring up. And then with that, like the brother Shalawami always like to say, and the Simpsons actually did a skit, or if you will, on this about Trump being president and Trump being assassinated, and then this incident with Trump being allegedly shot in the air, assassination attempt, is a precursor to his actual assassination that be fulfilled, which can and will very well lead to civil war if Trump is elected as president and gets assassinated. All right, because you got a lot of people Trump has a lot of supporters, man. I believe Trump has more supporters openly than Biden, right? Trump supporters are very eccentric. They're very outgoing. They're very open. They're very in your face. All right, I'm out here down in Ocean City, Maryland, at the beach, and on a boardwalk, you have this guy out there with a Trump poster, and he's got his whole little get up on and all that, basically saying, hey, take a picture with President Trump. It's like a board of Donald Trump, and you got all these people, lined up, surrounded to take pictures, and man, Trump has supporters, man. You don't see that with Biden. You've never seen that out. You've never seen such an uprising and gathering of people from a president being elected like you have with President Trump, man. Trump brought out the truth in these people, man. And it's all through this, the workings of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because prophecy must come to pass. Prophecy will come to pass. All right, so brothers, it's time to tighten up, man. You sisters too. It's time to tighten up. Anything can happen at this point. You got to be ready, all right? You got to make sure your lamps are trimmed. You got to make sure you're balanced. Your foundation is on point. You got to make sure you're watching. You got to make sure you're praying. You got to make sure you're in the spirit. You got to make sure you're doing well. All right, now's the time to be fasting more, increasing in faith, praying for discernment, praying for mercy, because the time we're coming into is going to get real cold, man, and it's coming into the winter months, all right? It's coming into the winter months, all right? It's July. It's getting ready to be August soon. All right, it starts to get cold, coming October. So we got 2 months until October, give or take 3 months. 2.5 months until October. All right, it's gonna start getting cold here, man, especially on the East Coast, the Midwest. All right, the Northeast, the Southeast. All right, it's gonna start getting cold, man. So get ready. And I believe even these warm states, man, going to start to feel real cold. Southern California, all right, Texas, Southern Texas, Arizona, all right, Southern Florida. It's going to start to feel real cold, man, because the scripture said that love and many shall wax cold. And it's going to be a time like never before, never seen. All right, sedition among men, invading one another, men fighting with raising up sword against each other. All right, famines, pestilence, judgments, all right, cannibalism, and all manner of wickedness and evil coming to this earth. So stay prayed up, all right, stay in the spirit, stay fasted, all right, and I'm telling you, man, cling now more than ever to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. If you're falling out and wavering at this time, at this point in the game, man, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. My spirit's been growing. My spirit's been getting more fiery. And I've been getting riled up and call on Yahweh by Shemi Yahushua for that, because I see what's coming and my faith is getting stronger more than ever. And it needs to. It has to. Because if it doesn't, and not only is my faith getting stronger, but reality is starting to set in. You start to think about what happens. And not only if your faith increases, but your level of fear increases too. Because it's not that you're fearing what is going to happen in the world, is that you fear the judgment of the Most High, because evil can happen all in the world, but if you're under the shadow of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you'll be protected. So there's nothing to be fearful of, but you fear the judgment of the Heavenly Father, and that He cast you out, and that He not have you in His protection. All right, so that's what we fear. That's what we don't want. We want to be under the shadow of the Almighty. All right. Psalms 91, Psalms 23, Psalms 34. Read those chapters, man. Those chapters will get you in the spirit of praying for faith, protection, discernment. All right. Lord willing, this video was edifying. Quick, short, to the point. All right. And this epistle, Lord willing, was edifying. Until next time, shalom.